Welcome to HumanityWins.net. Please read the important disclaimer on your screen. All of the content provided is for entertainment purposes only. It should not be taken as medical or legal advice. Please contact your doctor or lawyer if you require such advice. Thank you. The show starts right now. Hello, welcome to this new show of HumanityWins.net. This is episode 277 from December the 11th of the year 2023. Today is a Monday. And today's show is going to be about choice and free will. Choice and free will is something that I speak about all the time. I believe it's something very, very important. In our creation, it shows the love of the creator, of source, of the creator of everything, of the oneness, of the universe. And by the way, I recently had a comment. It was a very interesting comment. I didn't want to, again, when sometimes I don't reply to you, obviously, or try to engage in your comment, I just say thank you and thank you for watching. I'm trying to be respectful that you don't feel I'm questioning your opinion. I'm questioning your feeling. It's very important for me to clarify all opinions, doesn't matter what they say. All opinions, all feelings are accepted here. I'm really not into discrediting any theories, discrediting any school of thoughts. So someone on the universe is all about love replied, I'm not exposing, by the way, if you're listening, if you latch on as a subscriber, but you know, that no, the universe is just a thing. It basically doesn't have any feelings. That if we're talking about God, then maybe, yes, that's an interesting conversation, saying, yes, God is all about love. Of course, God. But, you know, I try to stay away from the word God because it implies the religious element of a higher being, of someone that we have to bow to, someone that we have to worship, and someone that in a way has this kind of human relationship with us. And I don't believe the creator is something, okay? Let me rephrase that. I don't think the creator is human or is a being like we have that kind of relationship. It's something we don't understand. And recently watched a video of someone explaining that you're never gonna be able to explain the creator, source, God. I agree. It's just something so benevolent, so beautiful. Is the whole expression of the universe of love that when I say the universe, I'm basically talking about God. I'm basically talking about the creator. I'm talking about everything that we're a very little part of. You are a piece of this huge puzzle called the universe, that all of it is the source. All of it is the love of God. All of it is the creator. So in a way, we're talking about the same thing. And that's why I didn't want to engage in a way that could be seen as questioning. That we're saying, when I say the universe, I'm saying God, okay? When I'm saying the universe, I'm saying the creator. When I'm saying universe, I'm talking about the creation. I'm talking about source. Source is the source of everything. Again, the only question that is your brain, and it has happened to me, who created the source? Okay, so we go back, the chicken or the egg or something like that. We just have to trust it. We come from somewhere, okay? And that's our Father, source, God, creator. Again, only words. It doesn't mean anything. And I don't believe, by the way, that love as a human feeling is the type of love I'm talking about. I'm talking love about this pure energy, the only true energy of the universe. Something that is totally undiluted, totally, totally perfect, totally like that. Not the kind of love that implies love, hate, and this duality, reality we live in of good, bad, and love is something so nice, and it's laughing, and it's affection, and those are human emotions. Believe me, I'm not talking about that. Okay, so I hope it's clear now. And by the way, if this person that made a comment, again, my response when I respond that way is basically respecting your opinion, your school of thoughts. Everything is accepted here, doesn't matter. And when I don't engage, it's because I feel it might be taken like I'm questioning you, and I don't want to do that. So I hope it's clear now. And if you latch on, thank you. Thank you. And thank you all new subscribers. You give me your time, you truly honor me. And I do this for me, yes, and also for you, okay? It's for everyone. It's my venting to the universe. It's my way of just talking to a screen, hoping that someone, listens to it and you feel good after it, or it's able to spark something in you so you can traverse the road of free will. And it's about this subject and be able to go about your life. So choice and free will is something beautiful. It's something God-given. It's given by the creator. When the source creates us, a very important part is it gives us free will.
I've been listening to a lot of Dolores Cannon videos, and I'm gonna use her on my next show for Friday. And an expert from a piece of one of her longer videos are very long, an hour, 40 minutes. So I'm using like a 5 minute piece that she talks about the new world, of new Earth, and that's the subject for Friday. But something that struck me is again, it came to me, just appeared in my YouTube timeline. Again, very strange, weird. However, the algorithm it felt I had to watch some Dolores Cannon. And she mentions that Earth is the only place with free will. I disagree. Okay, she's great. I agree with her 95% of the things she says. But on that one, immediately my intuition said no, no, no. And I believe maybe just that we're saying the same thing with different words. Let me explain. And she mentions that Earth is kind of the only place you have free will, because maybe what she's trying to say, and maybe the host in this interview didn't ask her the question properly in a way. He didn't explore that, like how is that possible? Because that will mean is in every other places there's no life, there is no motion, there is no free will, there is no decision. You just go through the motions. I believe we have free will, even as this beautiful last stage of our existence, that we're an angel, we're a star, we're out there, pure love, only little love, just guiding and assisting beacons of love and guidance. Even there, we have free will. We don't need it because at that stage of our existence, we are all about giving back. Okay, we have reached the point we really don't need any decisions, any free will for us. That was part the other enjoying and learning process of going through experiences like the one you're having right now. When we reach that stage, it's everything about giving back, about being a guide to other beings that are on their way, that are imperfect, that are going through the motions, through the mistakes, through the karma wheel, through the karma and trauma process. And you serve as a guide. You cannot fix things for them because that will break their free will. You see how it works? If you as an angel come and say, okay, you stop what you're doing, I'm going to fix your life for you, I'm going to take the decisions for you, that's interference, that breaks the free will of the person. And I recently had my very good friend Jeannie from Australia, excellent chat I had with her a week and something ago. You haven't seen it, just look for the title, Guest Jeannie from Australia. It was Why People Are Evil Part 2. But on there, she mentioned something extremely interesting, and I couldn't, when I get these things on the fly, and maybe sometimes if I wanted to respond, it will take me 15 minutes of developing the argument. So I thought about it, and I feel I can give a better explanation now. This that she says, where is the free will of the ones being subjected? For example, someone else, a criminal or something, shoots you or abuses you or defrauds you. Where is your free will in saying, I don't want to be subjected to this? Excellent point. Excellent point that Ginny makes. I think the only thing I said there is not fair. If you were looking for fairness or just, that's not fair, because that's where usually trauma. Sometimes you kind of open yourself to that. If you, for example, are open in an abusive relationship and you keep going and you don't stop it, you have the choice, the free will, to stop the relationship and say, hey, I don't want a part of this. I mean, you abuse me, you hit me, you offend me, you don't treat me well. I want to stop it. Okay, you go your way, I'm going to go my way. That's like the picture on the screen. One person goes to the left, you go to the right, everything's set. The trauma stops. Okay. And then you're set with the forgiving and forgetting part, which is your way to clearing that trauma of saying, I don't want a part of the past as well. I don't hate you. I just send you my neutral love, which is basically the same love you would like to send all the universe, which is basically saying, I don't have any ill fate for anyone. I just want everyone to do well. And, but it's not about me. It's not, it's not up to me. It's not, I don't have anything to do with that. So that's why I call it neutral. It's basically a love that is not specific. But in a way, she's totally right that when you, for example, are out there and then suddenly you're at the wrong place at the wrong time and someone shoots you and you die and this experience stops, when was your free will? Because you probably wanted to keep going. You probably have family members that are going to suffer. You have children, maybe. You have parents, you have friends, you have brothers, you have sisters, you have cousins. I mean, you had a job that depended on you, maybe as an employee. Many, many things I could mention on how that interference, that act of interference of this being abusing their choice, abusing their free will, created on you. So she's totally right. That's an act of interference. Okay. So interference works both on the bad way and the good way. If an angel, if someone, a guide, if someone, or even another human being comes to your life and says, you know what, stop it, I'm going to fix it for you. Okay. Don't worry about anything. I'm going to give you money. I'm going to, all your problems, I'm going to fix them for you. That's an act of interference. I know it doesn't make sense because that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And believe me, I've shared, I've been crying a little bit here on the channel of how my financial situation is less than optimal. Of course, I would like an angel come here and fix it. That's just my human suffering wanted to stop, okay? But it will also be an act of interference. I need to fix it myself in a way. I know not, that sounds very difficult. That's why I say, for example, with homeless people and that, what Joel from, he was recently in the show as a guest, my good friend Joel from Boston, US. He works with homeless people, helping them. What I believe they do is they help them help themselves in a way. You teach them to fish. You don't necessarily give them the fish all the time. You start by giving them a fish, a couple of fishes, but then you say, you know what, how I'm really going to help you, I want to teach you to fish. So you don't depend on me anymore. That's not an act of interference. What an act of interference will be saying, like governments like to do, like populist governments around the world, that they go with the poor people and say, we're going to give you the minimum amount of money so you can keep being poor. And yes, we're going to feed you, we're going to give you free electricity and that, so you can keep being poor, so you can be so suppressed that at the end you're going to vote for me and keep me in power, and I'm going to be the one in power living a great life, like in the Soviet Union, Venezuela, many cases I can share around the world. That's an act of interference, okay? That's not really helping. I mean, very different would be if these governments go and say, okay, we're going to give you money so you get on your feet, we're going to help you set up a business, we're going to help you develop a skill. That doesn't necessarily have to do with you going to school or college, but it means you developing and eventually you taking care of yourself and your family. Okay, that's not an act of interference. That's a beacon of love and guidance. Okay, that's being that. Okay, and you can be like that in this area. So, to end this very short Monday episode, choice and free will are an intrinsic part of being in this universe. Okay, it's very important. I disagree with the fact what Dolores Cannon said there in that video that it only happens on Earth. I think what she was trying to say, okay, I took it the wrong way or I misunderstood her. What she was trying to say was, in this Earth, there's abuse of free will and choice, abuse. And by doing that, you create karma on yourself, okay? And you create trauma on others. By saying, hey, I don't like someone, I'm going to shoot them. Hey, you know what? I don't know what to do for money, so I'm going to steal, or I'm going to kill, or I'm going to, sell drugs that affect others and kill others, or I'm going to make a product that makes people sick. You ignore your own morality for your own benefit, through your egoic mind that says, you know what, you need to take care of you and stop thinking much about the others and your morality, because that's the way and it justifies, for example, when you see interviews with criminals, that they say stuff like, there's nothing else for me to do. Okay, so there's no jobs at the convenience, or to clean toilets or to wash dishes. Oh, of course there are. But I'm not gonna have a Ferrari doing that. I'm not gonna have, I'm not gonna have a rich, comfortable life. My only way to become like that in this competition world is by being a criminal. And that's the justification of the mind, saying, you didn't have any choice. You were not lucky enough to have parents that send you to college. You were not lucky enough not to have to work since an early age. Again, the justification process of saying this is the only options you had, and as long as you give back a little to the church or whatever, you're going to be fine morality-wise. No. Discover your own morality. There is only choice and free will are limited by your own morality, are limited by the law of not interference, are limited by the law of balance. That's why when I was reviewing the universal laws for a long time ago, I believe they are around episode 10, 9 to 11, 9 to 12, something like that. Long time ago, one of my earliest work, the sound is not perfect, the images are not nice, but if you're interested, I'm probably going to redo them eventually, the 4 laws of the universe. And the law of karma is actually limited or controlled by the law of non-interference and the law of balance, okay? And the law of balance is what, for example, and the law of non-interference, both of them are what Jeannie was saying. We all get a fair chance. We all get, the chance to live. We all get the chance, or we all get the opportunity not to be messed with. Law of non-interference, law of balance. Basically saying we're all the same. We're all the part of the same thing. And instead of messing with each other and interfering with each other, we should be helping and aiding and loving each other, okay? We are like the right leg, you are the right leg, and I'm the left leg of a body. It's like, imagine your legs being at war with each other, like the right leg pushing the left and the right. Instead of they both walking and working in unison so you could walk, okay? Same thing. You could, I mean, if we want to do it simplistically, the universe, the creator, is a body, okay? And we're one cell, a very tiny piece of the puzzle. Instead of the cells working against each other and creating disease and all that, imagine everyone loving each other, everyone working for the same thing. That body will be perfect. And that's how the creator sees his final masterpiece, the universe, is going to be eventually. As we all clear these learnings, these things we have to learn, all this karma, okay, that we understand that by going by these very simple laws of don't do anything bad to anyone else, accept that you're the same as anyone else, you are not superior to anyone, okay, and work only loving, only guiding, only trying to do good things for others, you're golden, okay? Your choice and free will is not going to matter, because if you stand by those three laws, you're going to be fine always. But when a choice like the one in the screen comes and says left, questionable, like, okay, there's some money involved here, so you need to do a few bad things, and the right is, no way. My morality tells me, no way, it's not even an option, okay? It's not even an option. I'll go with my morality, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine, okay? Take your head, your brain, your, out of the equation and say, I'm going to go with my heart, I'm going to go with my morality. Always, it doesn't matter the situation, okay? And you're going to be perfectly fine. You're going to be using properly your choice, your free will, which is a gift of the creator. Because instead of building robots, okay, because we're all the same, we all shouldn't be interfering with each other. So imagine if there was no choice and free will, all our lives would be identical. Okay? But he gave us that to make us special. So that makes your life special, because you, for example, can choose to change today. You can, for example, choose to start looking at your own morality today, okay? And that's exclusively through your free will. That's not because you watch this channel. I don't change anyone, okay? I don't offer anything. The only thing I offer is my undiluted intuitions, speaking from the heart. That's the only thing I offer, okay? If this is something interesting to you, if this is something that sparks something in you, then from there, you're going to have to walk the road yourself. Sorry about that. So I hope you enjoyed this short Monday episode. If everything's okay, I should see you back on Friday with a very interesting show. I'm really going to go out there. If you felt this show was out there, I'm really going to go out there on Friday with the new world. Very interesting stuff. And I'm going to have a 5-minute video from Dolores Cannon. Thank you very much. See you on Friday. Have a great Monday. Enjoy it any way you want, but enjoy it. It's very important. Take care.
Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover yourself. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and guidance. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover yourself? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to yourself and the universe. Request to be connected and ask, who am I? Where do I come from? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about those realities start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering yourself equals to breaking your matrix. Your self-imposed limits will fall, and you will be ready to serve humanity and help break this spell and deception on us. But you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will start the new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, loss, envy, violence, justice, true violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only the evildoers and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from patching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Please relax and enjoy life. When everyone breaks their own matrix, humanity through our community consciousness will break the final spell. The new world will start and everything will gradually fall. Governments, hierarchies, and the medical and financial system will go from scarcity to abundance for all. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@humanitywins.net. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.humanitywins.net. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.